Probably get my eyes checked. Hey, I'm Steven Drita. Welcome to episode 6 of Power Rangers Essentials. This week we're covering episode 2 of the Green with Evil story arc, and right away this episode starts off pretty much where episode 1 left off. The command center is still in ruins, the Rangers, communicators, and teleporters don't work. They're kind of in shambles after their last defeat. Tommy returns to Earth to bully Bulk and Skull, and he uses some Green Ranger magic, and it's kind of weird with his eyes glowing in the lightning that Bulk and Skull never really think this is so weird to bring it up to anybody. They even clearly state that they saw Tommy's eyes do some weird stuff, but whatever. Tommy bullies them, they run off, antics ensue.
What is with that guy?
I don't know, but he should have his eyes checked.
Now back at school, Kimberly, who does not yet know that the Green Ranger is Tommy, approaches him to ask why he blew her off at the juice bar the other day, and he blows her off again because, well, he's evil. Rita challenges Tommy to fight off some putties to earn the Sword of Darkness, which of course he does beat the putties, and with the Sword of Darkness his power is increased. As Rita's plan moves along, Tommy traps Jason in Rita's dark dimension where he has to battle Goldar without the use of his morpher, and he also still can't communicate with the other Rangers in the command center. The remaining 4 fight the Green Ranger in hopes of beating him, but they are again almost defeated. I say almost because Zack leads them in calling the Megazord to overwhelm Tommy since he can't really take on a Megazord, and I guess he's not able to jump into it this time because they know to look out for that. It's not exactly a win, but at least they didn't lose like last time. And also, how can you break one of Zordon's rules when Zordon's not there to call you out on it? So I guess that's a good call, Zack. The episode ends with the Rangers back in the semi-functional command center, still unable to find Jason, while Jason is fighting the battle of his life. What did we learn here? No morals yet, not in this story arc, but we did learn that they can apparently form the Megazord without Jason, although that makes some other episodes later on questionable when they run into a similar problem while missing other Rangers. Plot holes, what do you expect? Why is this an essential episode? Well, it's part 2 of the miniseries. You have to have it for the story to make sense. And while it is kind of repetitive with just fighting the Green Ranger and fighting Goldar, it does raise the stakes effectively by separating Jason from the rest of the group and having the Rangers fight battles on 2 fronts. Alright, last week I asked you how would you beat the Power Rangers, and here's what you had to say. AJ Cook said, well, Goldar could have beat them when Rita kidnapped the parents of the Rangers and they willingly gave up their power coins. You know, I just watched a little bit of that episode the other day, and you're right, they were totally powerless. Why didn't he just beat them then? Maybe because he kind of beat them by taking their coins, but yeah, they really don't kill people too much in this series, especially not this early on in it. Asian Weirdo Quan said he would hide near them while they're unmorphed and then shoot them. Pretty solid logic. Not sure why they never did this ever during the show or ever shot at them with lightning from the moon when they were just walking around in high school. Plot holes, it's a kid's show. And not an answer to the question, but your own observation. Carlton Willingham said this episode used a lot of footage from Zyuranger. Yes, it did, and you know what? Its strength really shows in the footage from Zyuranger because that Green Ranger shield is pretty laughable in America. The one in the Zyuranger footage looks much better, and the fights in this episode from Zyuranger are amazing. Alright, in the comments below, I want you to tell me if you were in Zack's position and only had 4 Rangers, how would you try to defeat the Green Ranger? He tried with a Megazord. What tactics would you use to try and win the fight? The next essential episode to watch is Green with Evil Part 3, of course, and the next video we're releasing on Hyperdrive Pictures is another interview from Power Morphicon, so get pumped for that. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss that. If you like Power Rangers Essentials, if you like Power Rangers, the Green Ranger, any of that stuff, hit the like button, share this with your friends, and be sure to leave that comment below with the question I said earlier. That's all from me, and punch it!